All right, y'all, it is time for our second video of the day, the second trade that we will be going over. A reminder, we are in training camp right now, so if I were to guess, the JPDL trade frequency will be going way up as we start getting news, start getting clips, start getting excitement. And as we move towards the start of the NFL season, our 9th one as a league. I've been mentioning this at the start of every video, but if you are new here, make sure you subscribe. We are doing a $100 subscriber giveaway when we hit 50 subscribers, road to 50 subs. And then I also have this push-up challenge that I'm doing at the end of each video. Until then, so this one will be 21 and 22 since we're up to 22 subscribers on the channel. Not sure how many it is when you are watching this. Maybe it'll be 23, maybe it'll be 30. Who knows? Maybe it'll be 22. But let's get into this trade now. This did feature yours truly, the Toronto Mystics owner. And look, sometimes, and look, this is a veteran thing that many people are not going to understand. Sometimes you have to lose trades. You do. It's an important part of building a dynasty. If you win every trade, people aren't going to trade with you anymore. Okay, you can't hit the diamond trades if you don't, take on a few losses here or there. And that's not why I made this trade. Like, no one goes into a trade wanting to lose a trade. But the other part is that in fantasy, what are we doing here? What is fantasy football? I know that, when you start getting into dynasty and start getting into evaluating value and understanding windows, and look, we're here to have fun. Okay? If you're not having fun, if you're sitting there in your spreadsheet and you're grinding out 4.6% ROI on every trade that you make, there's more to life, buddy. There's more to life. And getting Jameson Williams, who is one of my favorite players, a guy I believe in, a guy coming out of the draft I thought was maybe the best wide receiver prospect I'd seen in a really long time. Someone who's dealt with so much early in his career. He tears his ACL right away. He had the gambling suspension. Basically, anything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong. And then watching him last year on my team, we didn't have our best year. We lost in the, quarterfinals, the first round of our JPDL playoffs. But he was really the guy who, week in and week out, I was tuning on the TV to watch the Lions. I had Jared Goff, I had David Montgomery, I had Jameson Williams, and he was the bright spot in what was a tumultuous year for the Toronto Mystics. And then, you know what? We went into our expansion draft. We expanded from 10 teams to 12 teams, and everyone had to protect 10 assets. And I really sat there, and it was between a 2027 first or Jameson Williams. Who was I going to protect? I guess looking back now, I should have protected Jameson Williams. But at the time, I thought I could live without him. I thought that, hey, I'm going to be the smart guy here. I'm going to pick the value. I'm going to pick the first round pick. And Jameson Williams got plucked in the expansion draft. And I've had to sit here for the 3 months since then, and I feel like a son died. I feel like I lost a child, and that's no way to go about your life. So, yeah, I want Jameson Williams. Mikkel, the owner of the Chiraq Shooterz, the expansion teams, one of the aforementioned expansion teams, he knew that I wanted him. I had zero leverage. He didn't want players. Why should he? He's in a rebuilding situation. Of course he wants picks. I knew that I would have to pay, I would have to overpay, and sometimes you have to pay for what you want and what you need, and a culture person for your locker room, and someone that people can look to and be like, you know what? That's a guy, that's a Toronto Mystic right there. And that identity is something that you can't trade for. You have to build it. Okay, and Jameson Williams, he was in my locker room for 2 years. He knows what it means to win the JPDL championship. He knows the kind of football, the brand of football that I want to bring to Toronto. And so it's invaluable. I would pay 2 first-round picks for this. And I know I'm losing on value. I'll be honest, I gave myself a D+ on this trade. I'm sure everyone's sitting there at home. I'm sure you guys wouldn't make it, but you guys don't play like me. You guys don't have the heart that I do. Okay, you guys are steely-eyed, and I commend you. You guys, maybe, you're smarter than me. You're more rational than me. And I commend you on that. I'm sure you have fun, etching out your positive expected value on every trade and accumulating resources. That's not for me. You know what I do? I go out there, I put my players on the line, we put our hearts on the line, and we let the chips fall where they may. Maybe at 2026 first, maybe trading away my first, Maybe that turns into Lenora Sellers next year. Maybe it's Drew Aller. I don't know. Who really knows? What I do know is that I have a guy who's going to put his heart and soul on the line for the city of Toronto week in and week out. A guy that can flip a match, flip a game, one touchdown, one play at a time. And that's what I need. He's culture. He's family. And he is not leaving. He is a Toronto Mystic at heart. So for me, yeah, I lost his trade on value, and I'm happy to. I would do it again. If Justin Fields was not on my roster, I would do the same thing. So, to anyone who's sitting there at home and judging me, take a look in the mirror and think about what you really do this for. What is life about? What's the meaning of all this? Is it to be useful? Is it to be the smartest person in the room? Or is it to be happy? Is it to find fulfillment? Because for me, it would be the latter. And I'm fulfilled with this trade. So I will not be taking any L's on this trade. And I'm happy to help out Mikel. He did what any smart owner should do when they're in a position with positive leverage. And he made me pay for it. So I commend him for that. And I'm happy, to lose a trade to further our trade interests in the future. The next time Mikel wants to trade a player, you know who he's going to call up? Hey, that's that owner from Toronto who paid, 80% of value over the top for Jameson Williams. Let's see if he does it again. I'm here. And maybe I won't, but I know I'll be at first call. And for me, that's more valuable than anything I got in this trade because I always want to be involved. And so take that, to some of you newer players who are sitting there watching all the other pundits, watching all the other fantasy analysts. There's more to this game than winning trades. And so I hope you take that away. We are about to transition to part 2 of this episode. I'll give Mikel an A+. Great trade for him. And we furthered both of our interests. But we are going to move to part 2, which is the push-up and lift challenge for each subscriber on the channel. We're at 22 right now. In the last video, I did 19 and 20s. This one, I will be doing 21 and 22. Obviously, this is going to get harder as we near 50. But, if you guys want to make my life hell, subscribe to the channel, let your friends know, and we'll keep banging out this content for you. But the JPDL never sleeps. I'm sure we'll get more trades in the coming days. And yeah, I'm happy with where I'm at. All right, let's get it. I'm losing my love for this, but, I'm a man of honor. So when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it all the way. So this will be 21, and then 22, 8, 9, 10. I did play basketball earlier, so I'm feeling a little light, which is helping with the push-ups. Probably not going to help as much with the lifting. It's 21, I believe. Okay. Man, I love this, though. I'm watching Jameson Williams highlights right now. I do love the trade. It's not like the Jackson Dart trade was a clear win for me, and this was a clear loss for me. Let's not get it twisted. But just having more fun players in your locker room when you're rebuilding, it's just the best. All right, 21. Let's do it. 1, 2. 10. 18, 19, 20, 21. And now we have to do 22 of each. So, yeah. I'm going to give myself like a minute to rest. Man. Shout out to all the new subscribers, though. We do have some fun stuff coming on the channel in the coming weeks. We'll finish our State of the Franchise videos. I think we have 5 more owners to do that with, including myself. I think Will be the one to interview me, and then we'll transition into more cool stuff. I think we want to start doing like short form content, like splicing out some of our longer YouTube videos to like YouTube Shorts, maybe TikTok, and see where that takes us. Like, I think that's a good growth initiative. Not that growing is like our goal, but I think it's an outcome of making fun stuff that we're all gonna enjoy. Shout out to Will for the Madden franchise though. That's been really good. And I know he's excited to work on season 2 of that when Madden comes out. I think Madden 26 comes out on August 7th. So I think we're working backwards from like an August 21st date or something like that. That way he can batch upload again. So that'll be cool because that'll be before the NFL season that we start season 2. NFL season starts on September 4th, I think. So it'll be like in the middle of preseason hype, which should be pretty cool. All right, I'm just stalling at this point. Oh, 22. See if I can do it in one swing. Oh, this was a better idea in my head. I knew it was a better idea when it was in the teens. All right, 22. Let's do it. 1, 5, 10, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22. Shout out to our new subscribers. Ooh. 2 videos done, 4 sets done, back to back. See y'all next time.